Hi, my name is Christine Agin, A-G-I-N, and I'm from Stevensville in the Bitterroot Valley. I'm here to testify today because my background is in economics and finance, and I'm here to speak to you on the need for a balanced budget amendment to the Constitution. The federal government has maxed out its ability to tax its citizens. There is an economic law called Hauser's Law that demonstrates that the federal government simply cannot collect more than 19% of GDP in tax rates, or in taxable income, regardless of tax rates or new tax avenues. Please see the chart that I have provided for you guys. Doesn't matter what they do with tax rates, this is all they can collect. And herein lies the problem. For our current out-of-control federal government, because they are currently spending 25% of GDP, a full 8% more than they are able to collect. Spending has exceeded 20% of GDP for over 2 decades now, with no sign of slowing. What this means is the federal government either has to print or borrow money to cover their continued shortages. If they borrow it, then the interest is added to the debt they then have to have more revenue to repay. If they print it, we see rampant inflation. Our federal government has been juggling these two techniques for their runaway spending. Doing this is what is causing our inflation recession cycles that have accelerated and caused harm to the people of this country. Our national debt is $31 trillion. If you tried to count to $1 trillion, it would take you 31,963 years, and we have 31 times that. Our current inflation rate is somewhere between 7 and 10%, and that's if you don't include food and energy, which of course we need. That means that senior citizens on fixed incomes have 10% less savings than they did last year. And the federal government shows no signs in slowing its spending. See my spending chart. No federal politician wants to take the hard task of cutting spending. Do you know why? Because every spending item has a voting constituency and a donor base. Nobody wants to take that on. So where does that leave us? How do we get the government to stop spending money that it simply cannot collect? I have heard no solutions outside of an Article 5 convention to pass a balanced budget amendment, okay? This would not only help families now, but this would stop this from happening to future generations. In the 1980s, America's strategy in the Cold War was to get the Soviet Union to
Please wrap up.
I will. To spend money that they simply could not collect. We engaged them in a spending strategy that collapsed one of the greatest superpowers in the world. The opponents to this Article 5 convention will try to scare you that if we do this, this might happen, or that might happen, or this could happen, with no evidence. I'm here to tell you, if we do not pass a balanced budget amendment to the Constitution, fiscal collapse will happen. And I've brought the evidence.